Hey right guys, Trophy Munters Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 1 of This Is Us Season 5. It's been a while since I've watched an episode of This Is Us. I'm going to check, but so many shows have been out. People on Patreon know I've been meaning to do this for the past 2-ish weeks, and I've just had to push it back, unfortunately, because we've had, what was it, 1899, The Cuphead Show, Elite, Wednesday. It's just like so many shows. October 25th is when I did the finale. I was a few weeks ahead on Patreon, and it's now December 9th. So a month, about 5-6 weeks. It's not the longest break I've had in between shows. I think that goes to Buffy and what was it? Oh, Shameless. Yeah, those two I need to get to for sure. But yeah, I loved the last season. I thought it ended very strong with the finale, and season 4 as a whole I think was not the best season. I think season 2 still owns that, but I think especially the second half of season 4 was great. Yeah, I'm looking at the ratings again now. Apart from episode 17, which was like a what if, but even that I didn't mind. Every episode from 8 onwards was just incredible. So this is obviously the penultimate season. We have this season to go, and then season 6 is the last one, which I think is the perfect amount of time. I love this show, but I don't think this needed to be like 10 like Grey's Anatomy length of, or The Walking Dead, or Supernatural, or anything like that. Because it is, I think it was popular all the way to its end as well. So they could have kept going if they really wanted to. And I think even 6 seasons probably sounds like a bit much. I feel like maybe even season 5 should really be its final one. But I don't know. I guess we'll see kind of what new storylines they come up with. And yeah, season 5. I've heard this is the weakest season out of the 6. I heard that back when I started the show, so I think I heard that before the final season was even airing, that season 5 was its weakest. So I'm going in knowing that's the general consensus, but if this is still like good, then happy, we'll be okay. So episode 1, I know I'm meant to do a tier list as well. I'm going to do that at the start of episode 2 instead of episode 1 this time, because this is a 2-parter. I'm going to do part 1 today. I just don't have enough time to fit in the 20-30 minute time it takes to get all the... I need to get all the photos and stuff, and I'm getting ready to leave for London tomorrow, so I'll do that in episode 2 instead. And also, side note, Patreon, you'll get a double upload for This Is Us, because I know I missed a couple of weeks, so do keep that in mind. But anyway, episode 1, let's do this.
I used to think the worst thing that happened to me was the day that Dad
this
died.
argument was so good.
The day they brought you home. Hand to God, Randall, the worst thing that ever happened to me was the day they brought you home.
I still stand by, I don't think Kevin meant that. Again, that look there. Randall meant what he said. Kevin didn't.
If you touch your face, you automatically get it.
You might.
Oh, is this going to be like COVID
this
stuff?
thing is serious. People need to wake the hell up.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to have a COVID storyline.
If you guys change your mind and want to come stay here.
Was it filmed during COVID?
Holy crap.
Yeah, Ep 1 premiered October 28th, 2020.
Clinical trial is officially postponed. After all that.
So they would have filmed
Thank
it
God
during
Mama
COVID.
McGill went to the cabin before St. Louis.
Oh,
she says she's
no.
comfortable. She'll ride it out there.
I'm so overhearing about COVID.
Randall.
No, it's Tom Hanks, but she got to hear this from me.
Oh yeah, Tom Hanks got the COVID, didn't he? And everyone was like, oh, it's serious now. Yeah, that's literally what people were thinking. No one cared until Tom Hanks. We got the masks
I
already.
need you all the way out on the lawn, Kev.
All right.
He's getting his beauty rest.
Did it show COVID in the flash forward?
So I have some really big news.
So it can't be real.
It didn't seem Zoom appropriate.
Oh, it's the big one.
There we go, and all the references out.
Yes, just say it. You're the new Batman.
No.
That is Robert
No.
Pattinson.
What else could it be? Would you start a tequila company? Huh? Did you get somebody knocked up?
Yeah.
Well. Damn, Toby. Come on out.
This is how they're revealing it.
Kevin, did you get Madison pregnant?
There's more.
So it's twins.
What
Yeah.
are these words that you're saying right now? What is happening? What is happening? What's happening?
Okay, what's going on? What are you feeling?
Oh, she's probably a bit freaked out.
Hug it out.
Oh my goodness! Congratulations!
Oh, I thought she'd be pissed.
It's a nightmare out there. We were handing out PPE to all the residents north of Girard and Ludlow, but it's just not enough.
feel like this season's going to be so contained.
Kevin knocked her up. She's having a baby.
2.
Babies.
Yeah, 2.
Twins.
What if I were to rent a giant house and we quarantine together? You would have your own wing.
Quarantine times.
Yes, that's... Sorry,
That's
crazy.
coming up
You're
to
right.
No, it's not.
3 years almost.
God knows I could use the help.
Like I said, I'm filming this early December, and it was in March, April 2020. As if it's almost been 3 years. By the time this one's on YouTube, it probably will have been 3 years. Ghost of Tsushima, not Ghost of Tsushima, Ghostwire Tokyo. Tokyo Ghostwire, whatever it's called. Oh, he's actually texting. No, he's not going to do it, he's not going to do it. Maybe? Maybe then. Heard the news, congrats. Oh, that's so dead, Randall. He's going to delete that. No. He's going to delete that and just put thanks. Oh. Hey, you said the first dead message, Randall. You got dead message back, that's how it works. What's this? I can't breathe. Oh, we're doing like George Floyd storylines as well. Yo, they're gonna get up to date on all the topics, I guess, of 2020.
They kneeled on that man for 8 minutes. How do you...
When was that? I want to search.
I can't even watch it.
That was like early in the year.
It's too much.
I want to say that was March or something. Oh, May. I was off. 25th of May. God, it feels like 2020 feels like a pipe dream.
I know you're worried about your mom at the cabin. And your 40th isn't too far off. My grandparents used to rent these campers. Drive cross country in shifts. You wouldn't have to fly.
They've been doing this backing music for the whole app, I think. At the moment. Do 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 do.
Kevin, give me your hand.
That's the baby. That's... Oh my God. Oh, that's wonderful.
Ah. Are these two going to end up together then? I feel. Bro, that's such a loud keyboard. I'm like, can you do that downstairs, bro?
Since we've had sex.
Oh, okay, well that's...
With all the stress of, I don't know, the protests and the mass and the Rona, the Karens.
The Rona and the
Family
Karens
dance
is just the
studio
worst.
Our crumbling finances.
I hate that you're saying all these things with a sexy voice. Can I take a rain check?
You took
I
a
look
rain
like the
check
damn car
on
wash.
Beth. That's a strong man right there. That is a strong man.
Forget your dentures.
You know, for all I know, today isn't even my birthday.
What?
I mean, we're supposed to believe that a newborn baby made it to a fire station, to a hospital, and into a new family's arms all in one day.
Yeah, fair point. I don't think of that.
I'll never
just
really
kind
know
of-
what happened that day.
Just kind of told that it's your birthday. This is what actually happened.
Quiet down now, son. Let Mama get some rest. Time to wake up, beautiful. Baby?
Oh, this is depressing.
Baby?
Wow.
I'm pregnant.
Someone unpause this man, please.
We had a flashback within a flashback there, and that was Flashbackception.
Help! Somebody help me, please!
Hey, you need help?
Oh, I'm okay.
Hey, there we go. That's nice to you. I've just seen him crop up in Gilmore Girls. It's weird seeing him age like, not 30 years, but 20 years?
You to shave your beard.
That's great news.
Yeah, don't
If I ever did
ever.
know.
No.
Promise me you won't leave a mustache or one of the half
goatee?
beards. Ugh.
I give you my word, I will
Yeah,
never.
the two beard styles he went for.
Okay. Let's go.
That's his best beard right there, for sure. I bet Miguel gets COVID. I bet they have a storyline where Miguel gets COVID.
I can't get that apple tree to come back to
I
life.
bet the ends of him going, and then it like cuts to black. It's like,
Kevin Madison still asleep? Okay, nope. Still feels weird to say that out loud.
Maybe we should try Cattison. No, that feels weird too.
Catterson. Yeah, let's not do that one.
I want to go get checked out. Is that okay? Is there a place that we can go?
Yeah, of course. I'll, want me to get Kate?
No, don't. I'm freaked out. Just us, okay?
2, 3, 4.
Time of death. Midday. Rip to... I don't know her name.
So I've been thinking about what we're gonna do before he comes. I'm gonna go up for the assistant manager job at the store.
You didn't do that.
And I'm gonna get it, and we're gonna save up our money and get out of this apartment with the AC that somehow never works but always trips.
It's like the classic story of everything we were going to do and then drugs got in the way. I wonder why it's like the moment where they decided to go back to drugs. She dead? Damn.
Is she gone?
Keep
2,
trying.
3, 4. Joel, leave.
Oh, bro.
Where'd he go?
Oh, that's where he went to...
Let the cops figure out what to do about that.
What? Sure. No, just don't worry about it.
He's my uncle, and I'm close with him, and I have a right to know what's going on.
Or maybe you could just leave it and, be here for your dad on his birthday.
Oh, please. You just want to spend your anniversary here with Malik.
Ooh, calling her out.
Enough.
40 ingredients for your 40th birthday. Try it.
40.
Okay.
40 ingredients.
Is that,
Tarragon. Yeah, 40 ingredients is no joke.
It's delicious. Thank you.
Welcome. Happy birthday, Dad.
I don't care how much effort's been put into that. I'm not eating anything with 40 ingredients in it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Is your cell phone charged?
Yes, cell phone's charged.
Good.
This is where she wanders off to Alabama or something. I don't know.
Well, doctors all say that it's important for her to remain independent. And we have a system, so. Now, it's tree chopping time.
Yes, Miguel. Don't get COVID, though.
Twins, huh?
Well, not anymore.
Do you know the
You only have
sexes yet?
one. Watch.
We're waiting.
What's This Is Us
Always
about?
more
A
fun.
baby dying. Don't do it. This Is Us. Just don't even do it. How about we just don't?
I'm only getting one heartbeat.
Oh, God.
Let's not panic.
Ugh.
I'm going to do a vaginal ultrasound so I can really see what's going on. I'll be right back. Do not jump to conclusions.
How about we don't kill off a baby this episode? You've got COVID, you've got George Floyd, you've got Karens. It's already depressing enough. I don't think we need a dead fetus on the way. And now she's imagining seeing William. Okay.
William? Excuse me, William, it's for...
He does have similar hair, to be fair. What is that? What was that abomination of... What?
Mr. Pearson?
Hey, Malik.
My boy.
You in trouble? You sitting outside. That's usually my dad's move when he's in trouble with my mom.
No, man, I'm not
No?
in trouble.
Okay.
What you got there?
Oh, just burgers. Wanted to recreate the meal that I had with Deja the first time we met.
Very smooth.
It's pretty smooth, I'll tell you that.
You okay? We've been talking for like a minute. You haven't cracked a single whack dad joke.
That is true. That's how you know
Just got a lot on my
Randall's
mind,
down.
man. Did you watch when it came out? The video?
George? Yeah. Yeah, I watched it with my dad, actually.
Jeez.
We took a walk right after.
He was driving home one night in a fancy car. Cops tried to pull him over for an expired registration. He ended up getting pinned down by 5 of them for resisting arrest.
Yeah, you definitely need 5 cops to pin someone down, don't you?
He died right there.
Damn.
Damn is right. For a kid to be all alone with that, it was a lot. I've never said that out loud to anyone before.
Why not?
No, now? Go away, Kate. We're having a good conversation.
Well, it turns out you are my best friend, Malik. But you are also my daughter's boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't be both. You're gonna have to choose. And not to tip the scales, but I can drive. And Deja cannot.
There's the dad joke I was waiting on.
Get out of here.
That was the best scene of the episode so far. Mums are lost. And of course his text is like that big, by the way.
Oh, it's fine, babe.
No, you said you needed music. How could I not put that on the list? I had a list. It just... I'm gonna find you one.
Jack.
Don't go anywhere.
I love him.
Madison, you trust me? Despite all my broken parts, you believe in me?
I do.
That's the biggest mask I've ever seen, by the way.
Babies are gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. And I know that sounds crazy, but I can see it. We're gonna have 2 beautiful...
I believe him. They're not going to kill one off. They're not going to do it. They've already done it.
And we're gonna be amazing parents. Together. The hell with it. I say we just get married.
Okay.
Let's shock the world and get married. We'll live happily ever after. All
Sure.
that. Just...
There we are. As expected, 2 heartbeats. Very
There
slow.
you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Oh, that was unnecessarily exciting.
Yeah, that was a very Jack moment of you, Kevin. Well done.
I just want to say that I don't see them. Your broken parts that you asked me about before. I mean, I get what you mean when you reference them. The vanity, the narcissism, the weird obsession with Chris Evans.
You just stay on point, though.
Oh.
Chris Evans, alright, oh, yeah, sure.
I just feel like those aren't broken parts. I just feel like they're parts of you. And I think you are pretty fantastic, Kevin.
That's Madison.
So yeah, I free you from your kind of sweet, kind of bizarre Jerry Maguire at the U-Haul what if marriage proposal that you made.
I wasn't joking, Madison. We're gonna watch. I wasn't joking. Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take it back.
All that.
Kevin.
Unless you want me to take it back.
I mean, I'm not gonna make you take it back unless you want to take it back.
Well...
Oh, okay, we're back in circles, that's fine.
There you have it.
What?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sounds like us.
They're kind of adorable, actually. This up. I'm still Team Sophie, but I don't hate Madison.
I need to call my son.
Wait, was this last season? Oh. Wait, that happened last season, but that I can't remember last season that was a flash forward, wasn't it? So, yeah, that was right, because she... Yeah. Okay. We've caught up to that then. Oh, he's off to the cabin. I love the music to this show. It's so good. Oh wow. Cool passage over. Damn. Alright. There we go, guys. That is episode 1 of a two-parter. I know it's a two-part, but I'm not going to be able to get to ep 2 today. I might be able to cram it in later, maybe, but I don't know. I don't want to rush through it. So, yeah, I just figured I'd do part 1 today, and it was a good episode. I feel like I didn't even think that this was going to have been filmed during, like, because if this came out late October, this would have been filmed, like, prime COVID, like, top of the range COVID moment in our lives. So yeah, because I guess it would have come out, they probably would have filmed it 5 or 4 months before, so you're looking at about April, May. Well, it would have been after George Floyd actually, so maybe June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, so 4 months, because obviously referencing George Floyd in this as well, so probably would have filmed it in June. That was again still around when COVID was doing its thing. Yeah, it's not the show's fault, obviously. It's like COVID storylines. It's like I feel like the shows I'm watching at the moment that are just like they were so clearly filmed during COVID, and they either reference it or they just feels like more. It's not their fault, obviously, but it's like more secluded to like little parts of the storyline and weren't able to do as much as they wanted to do with certain storylines. And I'm assuming this season's going to be like that. If I check the finale had May 26, 2021, so maybe the second half won't be so much about COVID, so that'll be at 5 onwards, maybe, I guess. We'll see, but I hope it's like not just a whole season about COVID and stuff. George Floyd, that storyline, I'm completely fine with that. I don't think I've actually watched any shows that have really referenced that, so... And that I think that works in this show as well. It doesn't feel like, oh, they're just referencing it to reference it or anything. It's going to take an impact on Randall as a character and his storyline, and you can tell it's kind of having an effect on him throughout this episode as well. So that's what I really enjoyed, the conversation between him and Malik. And I forgot the name that he mentioned, but when he was a kid, kind of seeing the same thing happen as well, and just kind of probably in his head being like, nothing has changed and nothing still has changed. It's like 5 cops to restrain someone. Yeah, okay. Sounds about right. Let's be honest. So yeah, I like that part of it. The COVID stuff, I get it. But I just hope it's not like a whole storyline about, dealing with COVID. There was more to it than just that, obviously. Like we have, like they are picking up from the storylines at the end of the last season, like with Madison and Kevin, and having twins, and then the argument between Randall and Kevin kind of being shown here, and caught up to when Rebecca got lost, and then we had flashbacks within the flashbacks with William as well, which was pretty okay. So yeah, it was a decent first episode. I'm not going to rate it because obviously it's kind of, if I was rating part 1, I'd say it's like a 6 out of 10, 6.5, and then I'm going to see how part 2 is, and then we'll do like a final rating for that. So yeah, alright, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments, and if you do want the early and uncut, then Patreon will be linked down below, and I'll see you next time for episode 2. Until then, take care. Peace.